The Big Show with Night and Day. Barista-made coffee just the way you love it.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hodaki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
It is the Hodaki Big Show this Friday, the 26th of April, 2024. There is no Mogi, the Rogue Stallion, no Hoity J, the sick son of a bee. Those two blokes did the obvious thing and took the Friday off, linking Anzac together and having themselves a 4-day weekend. Can't say I blame them. And to be honest, them being away is like a holiday for myself and Pugson. You know, it's so much more chill around here. We don't have to put up with them whining about this and that and talking about hats and schnozzes and all sorts of things. Although there will still be a fair amount of that, as we've got a whole heap of best of the Big Show moments for you. One coming up actually is about a couple of years ago. Jase actually had to go on the estrogen tablets to sort out a health situation he was experiencing. We have also got a crap load of free stuff to give away. It is Vinyl Friday. We have got a copy of Wellington Group DARTZ, brand new vinyl to give away. They are currently charting at number 1 in the Kiwi charts. So if you would like a copy of that on vinyl, I will tell you how you can win it shortly. They're going to be in after 5:30 for an interview as well. Also, Wage Against the Machine is coming up at 4:30. It is a fair amount of cash as well. Trust me, you will not want to miss that. If you need some cash, get ready to call 0800 Hodaki when you hear that cue to call. And of course, this afternoon is your final chance to get yourself in the draw to join myself, Hoity J, Mogi and Pugson over in Brisbane for Magic Round. We'll be shutting everything off for that competition at 6 and then calling a winner on Monday at the start of the Big Show. In the meantime, though, let's get into some chin. She-hard. Wait and see. 3483 New Zealand, where are you? What are you up to? Did you take the day off? Or are you still at work like an absolute backbone?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Where's your head at? It is the Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie. Jase and Mike are away. They took the day off, extended their long weekend, and fair enough. Full show will be back on Monday, by the way. Myself and Pugson are still here. Pugson, you've got a piping hot best bit for us. It is labelled estrogen.
Yeah, it's labelled estrogen there, Keyzie. It's talking about Jason Hoyt and his beautiful body and all the experiments he does to it, and he thought he'd try something a little bit different.
I've got sore buzzies at the moment.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Is that because of the weather change? Because you're often like that, man. You can sense hail and thunder with your bulls.
Yes, and I'll be honest with you, in the past I've genuinely suffered from nipple seepage in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all to do with the cold air.
Yeah.
Basically, I end up having to get pool cue chalk to just, squeeze on the end of my nipples.
To round them out, yeah.
And just dry them off a little bit.
Yeah.
But because, as you know, I'm hitting the gym again, and I wanted to just ask you about supplements.
Oh, sure.
What are you sort of running with? I mean, are you a big believer? Because, I don't even really understand supplements. I've just been shoving them down my gob because I think that's what everyone does when they go to the gym.
Sure. I think there's value in protein.
Yes.
I think there's potentially for some people value in creatine.
Yes.
But outside of that, I don't do anything. I don't even really do creatine, to be honest with you.
Right, because I don't know if you guys have... I've been doing this, using this stuff, EstroClear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
EstroClear.
Yeah, EstroClear.
Yeah.
And ever since I've actually started using that, that's when I've had the sort of buzzy action, and I'm wondering if it's linked in any way.
Right, so EstroClear contains powerful herbs and nutrients to support normal estrogen balance.
Yeah.
What? You don't have any estrogen, do you?
Isn't that what you're after? You're wanting to top up your estrogen levels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that'll give you buzzy. So that's the woman's one is the estrogen, and the man's one is the testosterone.
Oh, you're joking.
It can be quite confusing. Have you got a couple of you get swollen breasts? Have you got some breasts?
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're aching, as I say.
I think it's called gynecomastia.
Oh, okay.
Which is the growth of breasts as a result of an estrogen level being where it shouldn't be.
So actually, what I shouldn't be doing is trying to increase my estrogen. Is that what you're saying, Keyzie?
No, so basically this stuff here that you're taking is for people that have an estrogen imbalance, although it does answer a lot of questions. For example, it will help with menstrual issues, low energy, and Jase,
Yes.
mood swings.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So estrogen's not the one I want.
No. Well, I don't think it'll hurt you in any way.
I think it'll be good for you, man.
Yeah.
Well, I've just found something here. Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Mogi. I've noticed Keyzie giving me a couple of second looks lately, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
And my tight, weird hoodie.
Even you think it's weird,
Yeah,
eh?
no, I don't think it's weird, but I'm playing the game.
Right, I see. No, well, look, that's just because, as I say, you are wearing a new hoodie and you do have something going on underneath it. I
Yeah,
didn't realise.
Can I just say that I've noticed something since you've been back at the gym? Those legs of yours,
Yeah.
they go all the way up.
Thanks, mate.
And I hadn't noticed that before. I sort of
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
like they stopped about halfway up or a quarter of the way up.
Yeah.
But now they go all the way up.
Mate, as they say in the business, I've got legs that just won't quit.
So you're going to stop taking this thing or
Nah.
what?
Nah, man, you are looking
Yeah,
good. Yeah. Well, I'll put it this way. You're turning heads.
Right.
You're
Thanks,
turning
mate.
heads.
Feel free to have a squeeze, fellas.
I'm not going to touch your pecs, Jase. Was it a best of moment or a worst of moment? I've still got sick in my mouth, actually. The full show will be back Monday at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, search Hodaki Big Show wherever you get your podcasts from if you need your fix. Coming up shortly, Wage Against the Machine and your second to last chance to get in the draw for Magic Round in Brizzy. Here's System of a Down, though. It is Aerials on Radio Hodaki.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The Transplants, Diamonds and Guns on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. Hoyt and Minogue back on Monday. Today you've got Keyzie and also Pug's son and a whole lot of best of the Big Show moments. Now, if you've ever wanted to see the Big Show live, then of course there are plenty of opportunities for that. We like to do a live show at a different bar around the country about once a month. However, if you'd like to see us all doing stand-up, then I would suggest coming along to the Classic Comedy Fest All-Stars show as part of the New Zealand International Comedy Festival with Best Foods Mayo. It is one night only, Wednesday the 8th of May. If you would like a direct link to that show itself, go to the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram profile. It is on the bio there, but it is one night only. Now, this show itself, the Classic Comedy Fest All-Stars show, it does go throughout the entire comedy festival, so make sure you select Wednesday, the 8th of May. If you'd like to see Brendan Lovegrove and a whole lot of legendary comedians and a 5-minute set each from myself, Hoity J, and old Mogi there. Is it going to be good? I have no idea, but it's getting to that point where it's sort of, just a couple of weeks away now, and I haven't really put too much thought into it, and I should probably start thinking about it, because the last thing I want to do is bomb, not only in front of a room full of a couple hundred people, but also in front of Hoyt and Minogue. They will never let me live that one down. Comedyfestival.co.nz, search Comedy All-Stars there, and lock in Wednesday, the 8th of May, and I'll see you there, folks.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Do what they told you. What they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you.
It's time to wage against the machine.
Winning in the game of.
Winning in the game of, it is Wage Against the Machine, the best way for you to make yourself some quick cash, the best hourly rate. Well, I'm ever going to see, that's for sure. It's all thanks to our mates at Super Liquor. Let's go to the lines now and see who gets to play for some cash. Kerry Ann, how are you this afternoon?
I'm great, thanks, Keyzie. How are you?
Oh, really good, Kerry Ann. Where are you calling from?
Gizzy Town.
Oh, Gizzy. How is beautiful Gizzy this afternoon?
It's fantastic, mate. Beautiful weather out here.
It's always good in Gizzy, mate. What do you do for a crust, by the way, Kerry Ann?
I work for a Foursquare.
Oh, hell yeah. Love Foursquare, man. I've spent a lot of time in Foursquares over the years. You are the backbone of this economy, Kerry Ann. Do you know how Wage Against the Machine works?
Yes, I do, mate.
Cool, I'm going to explain it anyway. Just for those that don't, you are going to hear a machine soon. It's going to click down through the hours. Your job is to say stop nice and loud before it fires you and you walk away with nothing. The cash amount today is $110 an hour, Kerry Ann.
Wow. That's fantastic.
That is bloody fantastic, all right? So don't get too greedy, or should you? That's the big question you've got to ask. You ready to play?
Sure am.
All right, just make sure you yell stop nice and loud. Let's do this.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours.
Oh! Kerry Ann, you didn't say stop.
Sorry, Keyzie.
What number did you have in your head?
My daughters were telling me to stop at 4, but I was going for 5. I should have listened to them.
Oh, that's such a shame, Kerry Ann. I'm going to do the same thing that Jase does. Send you over to Pugs. Hopefully he'll give you some cash out of his own wallet. Sorry about that, Kerry Ann.
All good, mate. You have a good one.
Hey, you
Thanks.
too. You too. Have a great weekend. Oh, man, that is heartbreaking stuff. Unfortunately, that cash now comes out of the Wage Against the Machine fund, goes straight into old Keyzie's wallet. No, that isn't how it happened. Although, if that was to be how it would happen, I would certainly say cheers to that, Super Liquor. Hey, by the way, up next, Mania Stewart, who commentated the Warriors clash with the Titans with me last night. We lost by 3, 27-24. The second half, however, was one of the most exciting halves of rugby league I've seen in a long time. He's also commentating tonight's Crusaders game, and he has put on a traitorous bet. More on that shortly. In the meantime, it is MGMT, Time to Pretend, and you're on Radio Hodaki.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
It is MGMT, Time to Pretend on the Hodaki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Keyzie here, Jase and Mike are away and we'll be back on Monday. Someone who doesn't just take days off willy-nilly, and in fact actually worked Anzac Day alongside myself commentating the Warriors game is Mania Stewart. How you going, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good, mate. I don't have hobbies. I just commentate sports fixtures and count the profits, and when the counting's done, it's back to work.
Exactly. That's some backbone shit right there, Mania. Hey, mate, we commentated the Wars game last night. Obviously, a very disappointing loss, a narrow loss to the Gold Coast Titans, who are famously terrible. How are you feeling one day removed from that game?
I actually quite enjoyed the game. I think the problem is that they are, like you said, baked to the bottom of the tin on the NRL ladder. If we played that exact same game but against the Panthers, then I think we're saying that was game of the season so far.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it wasn't. It was against the Titans. I'm going to chalk it up to all of the injuries we've got. I know it's corny, but there are a lot. And so, yeah, I'm just going to write a line under that one. Fish and chips, last week's news. We move on to next week.
Yeah, no, that is a good point. And in fact, I was even listening to some Aussies talking about the game, and they were just saying, well, the Warriors are without so many key players in their forward pack especially. And the forwards seem to be, like a lot of those defensive penalties that I was wiring on about if you were watching the game, a lot of them were given away by forwards who were knackered, and our bench had 3 guys who'd played about 5 games between them on there. So I definitely think the injuries are a massive hindrance on us. Fortunately for you get to clean the taste of that loss out with a game tonight. The Rebels taking on the Crusaders, man. They'll turn things around, right?
Well, hopefully. I mean, if the Warriors game's anything to go by, then tonight we're in for a good one for the Crusaders fans because they are baked to the bottom of the tin in Super Rugby. The Rebels are sitting in 4th. The Rebels, if you've forgotten, actually went into insolvency over the off-season, so they weren't even going to play this year. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the team that we were calling the Melbourne Shambles are now in the top 4 of Super Rugby. Despite that, the TAB have the Crusaders at heavy favourites at $1.22. The Rebels are at $4.20.
What?
So the TAB think this is going to be a hiding tonight for the Crusaders. Now, Scott Barrett's back in, but I don't think that tips the tables that heavily in favour of the Rebels. But if you're a fan of the Crusaders or if you're a fan of watching the Crusaders lose, either way, there's something in it for you tonight.
Well, that's the thing I was going to give you a bit of shit about because you are from Canterbury. You don't stop banging on about it. And you've put a hefty bet on the Rebels. Like there is that thing, happiness insurance, where you bet against your own team just to cover all your bases. What are you actually rooting for more, the Crusaders to beat the Rebels or for that cash to come through?
Well, this is the thing. This is a very Cantabrian bet. Sure, you might say it's happiness insurance. I've been accused of committing treason this week by placing this bet on. But what it actually is valuing money above anything. And that's a very Cantabrian attribute. So that's what this bet is. It's the capital gains bet.
The capital gains bet. That's the closest you and I are ever going to get to capital gains. So I like it. Yeah. Hey, Mania, thank you very much, mate. What time does the commentary tonight start?
7 o'clock on Sky Sport 9. So tune into that one.
Yep, bloody right. And is it you and Matt Ward?
Matty and Mania.
Yeah, bloody good. Good to have the old gang back together. Once again, it's Mania from the Agenda podcast and the ACC and also Mad Monday. If you listen to the ACC, then you'll know who he is. Also, we've got one last chance to get you guys in the draw for Brisbane coming up after 5. However, screw it. If you want to get yourself in the draw to come with us to Magic Round, give us a call right now on 0800 Hodaki. We'll do a quick blitz of a few people. You're running out of time. This is Joy Division. Love will tear us apart on Hodaki.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Here they come. Try time!
Holy cow, the Warriors. Oh, yeah.
Up the Warriors, baby! It's the Big Show in Brizzy for the NRL Magic Round. Feels like magic, feels like magic. Is there anyone out there? Let's
You know what? I'm going to miss that. That is one funky way to start a segment. It is your second to last chance to get yourself in the draw to join myself, Mogi, Hoity J and Pugsan in Brizzy. Magic Round. Flights paid for, accommodation sorted, tickets to a sold-out Magic Round, 8 games of rugby league, all at Suncorp, all thanks to our mates at boystrip.co.nz. Let's go to the lines. Luke from Dunners, how you going?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. You a big rugby league fan?
Like my rugby league?
Yeah, how gutted were you yesterday after that close loss, mate?
Oh, it was so gutting after a good start, and I thought the last 20 we were going to come back, but...
Yeah. Goodness, we seem to be doing that, starting really well, and then towards the end we need to score points. We just can't quite get there at the moment. Luke, if you do win this prize, mate, you've got to bring someone with you. Who would you like to have join myself, Hoity J and Mogi and Pugsan?
Oh, I've got a couple of boys that I'll be having to choose from and make it a boys' weekend.
Oh, wow, sounds like trouble. I like that. Luke, you're in the draw, my friend.
Bring it, thank you.
No worries, mate. Sid from Auckland, how you going?
Yeah, good, mate.
Bloody good, Sid. What do you do for a crust?
I'm a courier.
Oh, good shit, Sid. Which area of Auckland?
West Auckland.
I live in West Auckland. Sid, do you ever go around Te Aratū?
I do, mate. I know you live in West Auckland.
Yeah, I think I've seen you out and about a few times.
Yeah, that's the one.
Sid, would you enjoy joining us over in Brisbane, mate, at Suncorp Stadium?
Oh, mate, I would love it. I'm a leaguey through and through.
Bloody oath. Wow, a lot of people out in Te Aratū ways, definitely leagueys. Sid, if you do win, mate, who would you bring with you?
It's a big one.
So it is a tough one.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I'd probably bring my son.
Beauty. He's a league fan as well?
Oh, yeah, he loves it.
Ripper, mate. Well, I'll tell you what, Sid, you're in the draw, man, all right?
Oh, jackpot. Thanks so much.
No worries, mate. Make sure you get your phone on Monday. Lucky last, Lisa from Invercargill. How you going?
Good, thanks.
Bloody Ripper, you keen to head to Brizzy Magic Round with me, Mogi and Hoity J?
Of course, I would love to.
Bloody Ripper, all right. Lisa, I tell you what, I'm going to chuck you in the draw just like that, okay?
Thank you.
No worries, mate. You hold the line. Hey, folks, don't fret. One last chance coming up just after 5 o'clock. So make sure you stay tuned. And also don't forget, if you want to buy your way onto this trip, $2,800 per person. Pretty damn good deal, including everything. Just go to boystrip.co.nz.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
It is the Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Not as good without the other two. They've done a very non-backbone thing and taken the Friday off and had themselves a 4-day weekend. To be honest, I don't mind it. I'll stick around with Pugsan and cover. It's pretty much like having a holiday anyway. The full show back together Monday morning. Huge hour ahead, folks. I'm going to have one last blitz of putting people in the draw to join us at Magic Round for the NRL. It's all 8 games of the round at Suncorp Stadium. Accommodation covered, flights covered, tickets to the sold-out Magic Round covered, and you get to come with myself, Pugsan, Hoity J, and old Mogi as well. It's all thanks to our mates at boystrip.co.nz. We're doing that shortly, so get ready to call. Also, a great Kiwi band named DARTZ from down in Wellington. They're in just after 5:30. Their new album, A Dangerous Day to Be a Cold One, is currently sitting the top of the Kiwi album charts, which is bloody exciting. A few copies of that on vinyl to give away, so stay tuned. In the meantime, the Black Keyzies, or just the Black Keys, Everlasting Light. Best of the Big Show action coming up shortly for you as well. You're on Radio Hodaki.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
She sells Sanctuary by the Seashore. It is the Colts on the Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie, no Hoity J and Mogi, because they are not backbones. They took today off and took the big long weekend. Someone who is a massive backbone and is also in a cult. It is Pugsan. Pugs, how you going?
What cult?
That's what I'm trying to find out, man. But you won't tell me any of the info.
No, we keep that quiet, man. It's
do.
exclusive. I got another hot off the press best of the Big Show moment.
Is that how you make them? You press them?
Yeah, I do. I have to log it into the machine.
Right.
And then take it over to the next part of the machine.
Yeah.
And then press it.
You know, you could tell Hoity J that and he would 100% believe you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But then he would claim that he runs the machine. Now, this bit is a more recent best of the Big Show moment. It's one of my favourites from one of our more recent shows. We did a trip to Rotorua for the Crankworks mountain biking event. And after that, while we were... this is after. Mike was reminiscing on high school rugby.
Oh, God.
It was a different game back then, Jase. Can I say that, man?
Yes, you can.
It was a different era. And I don't want to say that everyone was a lot harder, but there was certainly a lot less cameras around for people to be able to get into trouble.
Sure.
And oftentimes, because you've got only one referee and the touch judges are normally parents and stuff, you could get away with some stuff there, Keyzie.
Totally.
You know, the dark arts at the bottom of the ruck there and all that sort of thing.
I
remember we had a game and I was captaining Horowhenua. I've been the captain since I was 12. They actually brought me up from primary school to be captain of their first 15 team. And
that must have been good.
And we'd tour all over the world, sort of taking on all comers.
Sure.
But this particular game was against Reefton, the Reefton under-16s down there on the west coast. You know about that place?
Yeah.
First town in New Zealand to get the light, Keyzie, electricity.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, everybody down in Reefton will tell you that a million times if you ever go down there. Anyway, there was this fella there that he was getting a little bit dirty. He was the hooker there, and he'd sort of be putting the boot in, and he'd sort of do a bit of work on you downstairs.
Oh.
He'd sort of be treading on it and sort of raking at it, ripping at it, teeth on it, chewing at it.
Chewing on it?
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
you what,
See,
mate,
that seems crazy.
There's nothing worse than a dirty hooker.
And he'd just be chewing away on it, you know what I mean? And it got to the point where I just said to myself, enough is enough. So I said to my my prop there, I said, you distract the referee over that side,
nice.
okay? And I'm just going to take this bastard's head off, you know what I'm saying? And I did it, but the trouble was my prop didn't do a good enough job, so I actually got done for a late hit. You know, sometimes when, for example, the first five keys, and you won't know this because you play netball, but in rugby they have first fives, and if they kick the ball and they've been going too well, what you do is you just smash them to pieces so he's a bit woozy for the rest of the game, and maybe his judgment's not as good. You know,
we do that in netball as well. Yeah,
not acceptable these days, Keyzie. All right, and they'll play a little bit worse, but my timing must have been. It was a little bit out.
It's hard to time that though.
Sure.
Well, it was in this case, and it was so bad I got jailed.
What, for a head high?
I did time. Well, it was more the lateness.
Well, how late was it?
It was late.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
after the whistle or...
Well, it was after the game. He was getting into his car out in the car park, and his mum was just putting his kit bag in the boot.
Right.
And I just took his head off, man.
Such a massive backbone.
Things were so much better in the good old days,
Oh, they were,
I tell you what, man.
I tell you.
He didn't see it coming.
The Big Show will be back in full Monday, folks. In the meantime, if you need your fix, search Hodaki Big Show wherever you get your podcast from. Like and subscribe, by the way, and set to auto-download 5 stars as well. Hey, quick bit of admin. Coming up next, we've got a fantastic 4-piece band from Wellington named DARTZ. They're coming in to play one of their new tunes and also give away copies of their new vinyl. It is called, very appropriately, It's a Dangerous Day to Be a Cold One. It's currently sitting at number 1 in the Kiwi charts as well. So we'll be hearing from those guys next. Also, if you would like to see The Big Show live, we are doing a show at Andy's Burger Bar at the base of Sky City on Thursday, the 2nd of May. It is up here in Auckland. The reason we're doing it there is because it is to kick off the 2024 New Zealand International Comedy Festival with Best Foods Mayo. So come along, watch the show live, knock off work early, bring your mates along. We've got Backbone t-shirts to give away, Andy's food and beverage vouchers, plus plenty of comedy festival tickets too. And we'll have a whole heap of comedians filing through for that show, so it is guaranteed to be a very entertaining event.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Here they come. Try time! Holy cow, the Warriors. Oh, yeah.
Up the Warriors, baby! It's the Big Show in Brizzy for the NRL Magic Round.
Is there anyone out there?
Let's go to the phones.
It is the Big Show's final chance to get in the draw to join myself, Hoodie J, Mogi and Pugsan in Brisbane for Magic Round. It is an entire weekend, 8 games of footy, Suncorp Stadium, flights paid for, tickets to a sold-out event paid for, accommodation in a bloody nice hotel paid for and sorted, all thanks to our mates at boystrip.co.nz. Let's go to the lines for the final time. Jake, you mad bastard, how's life, mate?
Oh, good, thank you. Bloody good, bloody good.
Yeah, good stuff, Jake. You a big rugby league fan, mate?
Oh, I had a heartbreak loss yesterday, mate, at Mount Smart.
Oh, so were you out there at Mount Smart, were you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the best part was the helicopter.
Well, that's the thing. They delivered the match ball in a helicopter. Apparently, it was the biggest Anzac show in the world this year, so that's pretty exciting. At least that was good, right?
I did read that. I didn't really agree with that, but yeah, it was all right.
Oh, no, I like your honesty, Josh. You sound like a real Warriors hardcore as well, so I'll chuck a couple of ticks next to your name, all right?
Legend.
Bloody
Cheers,
ripper,
mate.
Josh. You are in the draw, my friend. Hold on the line. Pugsan will have a yarn to you. Thomas, how's Wellington today, mate?
It's great, mate. It's great. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, man. Pretty good. You into your rugby league, Thomas?
Absolutely.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. And if you were to win this prize, who would you bring with us to watch 8 games of rugby league in Brizzy?
I got a few in mind. One of the boys has been having a bit of a rough time on the punt recently, so I think he might could do with the trip.
I don't know if I want a dude who's got bad punting juju coming to Magic Round with me, Tom, but...
Do the opposite.
Yeah, okay, you do the opposite. Bring your luckiest friend along, Tom. You're in the draw, mate.
Easy, awesome. Thanks, mate.
No worries at all, man. Willie from Dunedin, you, my friend, are the final person to be put in the draw for this Magic Round trip.
Oh, you ripper.
Yeah, mate, snuck in just at the last minute there, Willie. What do you do for a crust, mate?
Oh, I just look after a couple of museums, and that keeps me out of mischief.
Oh, you're joking. Are you at the bloody Settlers? Is it the Settlers Museum?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Oh, that's a great time. Is that the one with the big train out the front?
Yeah, you better believe it.
Oh, man, I've been there a few times, actually, mate. Great work. Those museums are epic.
Oh, glad to hear it, mate.
Bloody good. Also, the Chinese gardens they've got down there, I've went through there a couple of times as well. Great tourist attractions down in Dunners. Hey, Willie, you're a big rugby league fan, mate.
Yeah, big one, mate.
Okay, good. And Willie, final person in the draw for this amazing prize. Who will you take with you if you win?
Oh, I might take my old man. I'll just have to see if he could handle such a massive weekend.
Right, I reckon your old man could switch it on for a weekend in Brizzy there, Willie. One last question. Have you got an up-to-date passport?
Do I what?
Okay, good. Brand new passport. Make sure you've got your phone on you. 4 o'clock Monday. All right, Willie, that's when we'll be making the winning call, okay?
Awesome. Great to hear.
Bloody ripper, mate. You are in the draw. And just like that, it's all done. Bit of a shame, really. Really love that intro there. It's one of the best ones we've ever made here at Radio Hodaki. And if you're sad because you missed out, $2,800 per person. That is how much it costs to join us on this trip. Free flights. Well, it's not free, you've bought it, but accommodation, transfers, insurance, the whole kit and caboodle to a sold-out Magic Round. I will hopefully see you there, and if you are already in the draw, 4 o'clock Monday, make sure you have your phone on nice and loud, and make sure you're listening to The Big Show, of course.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, it's the Min Chicks on the Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie, also Pugsan, and also 3 great-looking chaps from Wellington group DARTZ who have come all the way up to Auckland. They've got a gig tonight. They've popped in to have a wee bit of a yarn about their brand new album, which is out on vinyl at the moment. Dan's, Crispy, and Rollies. Welcome to the studio, fellas.
Kia ora. It's good to be here, honestly.
Excellent to be here.
Yeah, it's good shit, man.
We're loving the warm Karubas. Thank you very much.
Well, we know how to turn it on here at Radio Hodaki. We
Responsibly, of course.
Responsibly turning it
for
on.
live radio.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's good admin there, Pugs. We always forget to do that and get in trouble. Now, fellas, you're playing your final gig of a run that you've been on. You're playing tonight at Whammy Bar in Auckland. Still some tickets available?
Yeah, there's about 30 tickets left. We sold out tomorrow night, so it's a two-night stint at Whammy Bar. So tomorrow night sold out pretty quick.
Yeah.
And we put on tonight's on sale about a couple of weeks ago, and they're being snapped up pretty fast. So if you're keen to come along, get in there now. I don't know if they get still sell it. There won't be any doors, I believe. So
no doors?
Yeah.
Right, how will everyone get in? Nah, it was a doors joke.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, fellas.
All right.
If people do want tickets, though, where do they go?
SmokeDarts.com/tour. That's SmokeDarts with a Z.com/tour.
Responsibly, of course. Now, you guys have got a brand new album out. I believe it's your second album, and it's called A Dangerous Day to Be a Beer.
Dangerous Day to be a cold one.
A cold one.
Put it on the record.
You're also named DARTZ. So darts and beers, these two things are obviously quite close to your heart.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's true. That and it's maybe driving as well, according to the album checklist. Yeah.
You guys have actually got vinyls printed on this too. And one thing I've noticed, because I used to be the night show host and I used to interview so many New Zealand bands, and it was really awesome, the excitement that came through now that vinyl has taken off so much. You're actually For a while there, it was just digital, you know what I mean? You would chuck it on Spotify or something and see it, but now you've got these amazing brand new pressed vinyls that we will be giving away today. Do you get a kick out of that when that comes off the press?
Oh, man. Like, my dad had vinyls when I was a kid, and Crispy and I are avid collectors of vinyl, so there's nothing cooler than holding your record for the first time, and I drew all the art on it as well, so
really?
having, like, that kind of product and holding your hands for the first time, it's quite a beautiful moment. It's a very beautiful moment.
Can I just say, it's a really nice touch having the lyrics on the back of it, especially with the lyrics that you guys are writing. Some outrageous stuff on there, and it's a great way to sell more records.
True. It's probably the most important part of our music. Because, listen, I'll be honest with you. We're not the best musicians. But we have a good and strong message.
Yeah.
And DARTZ are here. Listen, buy a ticket for tonight. There's only 30 left.
Yeah.
Get it quick.
For the lyrics on the back, it was like the classic 70s albums that I grew up with. They used to have, like, just the headshots of the band, and they all looked terrible, and then like just the lyrics there so you could read along. That's what I did as a kid. So that's kind of what we wanted to encapsulate again.
One thing, once again, I've interviewed so many bands, I often get the other end of the spectrum, which is guys who are deep musicians, and it's all about being a musician. You guys are the other end of the spectrum.
Oh man, yeah. Crispy's a better drummer than me. Clark's a better guitarist than Crispy. Dan's the sex
I'm a better
appeal,
artist.
So,
I draw better Gokus than
really.
He draws the best flames of all the boys.
Yeah, right. Like Super Saiyan with the little fringe bit.
Oh yeah, you know the heart shape first. Yeah. There's a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a school book back in the day.
What's your Vegeta like?
Oh, he's all right.
That might have sounded like a dirty question for anyone that doesn't know about Dragon Ball Z, by the way. Pugson, you're a bit of a gig connoisseur. You saw these fellas live. Opening
absolutely.
for Dick Move, was it?
No, Dick Move was opening for DARTZ, and this was a Galatos the last time you were in Auckland. Let's clarify that right now. Dick Move, great band, though. Absolutely loved it. I did wonder, obviously, you guys this is the last stop of a whole bunch of stops, and when I went to that gig at Galatos, I've never seen a band embrace the public jumping on stage and jumping straight back off many times. Was that exclusive to that Galatos gig?
Yeah, no.
Has it happened around the country on this tour?
It was like hydro slides, man. They were running up the stairs.
It was outrageous.
Yeah, bro, jump on stage.
Yeah, it was real cool. I think there was also a kid with cerebral palsy, and like everyone helped him up on the stage, and he got to, and his like that's the kind of cool thing you get to see, and that's a community's thing behind it as well, because it's a real safe audience. As like anyone can get up there and feel safe if they jump off and have that, and everyone wants to. You got to do it once. You got to stage dive once.
Well, what about
absolutely?
I mean, that goes against everything. Like, did security have a word to you afterwards? Because their whole thing will be stopping
just beforehand, and
It's not fun having a couple of beers at the start.
Everyone should stage jump once, and maybe not 12 times.
Yeah, if you should only go on the DARTZ hydro slide once. We've seen a couple of people do doubles, and we've like, hey, come on,
let somebody else have a turn. Yeah.
We should put a little sign at the side and have like a little like a guy in shorts and nothing else. And just
why don't you sell tickets at like a regular ticket, and then one that comes with an armband that's like you can go on the hydro slide.
Yeah. So
you're allowed up the front. Fellas, we have to take a quick break, and by that I mean we have to play one of your new tunes. This one's called Paradise. What do you want New Zealand to be thinking and feeling while they drink this one in?
This is a drive home song. This is a driving home along the coast, or even just driving home thinking about the coast.
Which coast?
Me and Rollies we're from the Bay of Plenty, so any coastal line along there, and just it's all about taking back the beach from the property developers.
Yeah,
rocking up, belly out, barbecue on, having a good time,
golf course.
Yeah.
This is for people building heaps of houses in Papamoa. Here we go. It's new from DARTZ, Paradise.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Tune, massive tune,
big tune.
To be fair, big tunes. Do you guys pride yourself on your big tunes? There's a lot of energy and a lot of sort of power coming out of that performance.
Big tunes, short run time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a quick and easy game. Everyone did their part. It was a good game all around.
And it's a big, good half. Listen, we played good in the first half with the first album, and then when we really came into our own in the second album, when the boys kind of found their pacing and their rhythm,
slowed down the bridge there for a bit.
Oranges.
Yeah.
Right, just for anyone that's just joined us, that is Wellington group DARTZ, brand new song Paradise off their new album that is called A Dangerous Day to Be a Cold One. And fellas, is that how you sort of want your musical careers to be as well? Do you want it to just be short, full on, hard, and then just out of there?
Kind of, but we want people to be so short and powerful that like that just blew my mind. I need to go back and listen to that like 50 more times.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a get them get them hooked and then like let them free quickly and then like, I don't know if I want to leave or I kind of come back for it.
Yeah, right. Okay, get on board the Hydra slide.
Yeah,
Get on board.
Now, you guys were formed in Wellington. This is the first time I'm asking you this question. We didn't discuss it off here at all. But I understand you guys might have done a Crate Day gig in Fairfield and Lower Hutt.
It was
many years ago.
One of 14. We tried to play every single Crate Day in Wellington on one day.
So, what do you mean every Crate Day?
That was happening.
So on Crate Day, right, we packed up a trailer. We've got like amps. They're all on this little trolley and stuff. And then we was it 14?
Yeah,
14
we said if anyone's
across
having a Crate
Wellington.
Day party, send us a message and we'll drop you down. And we mapped it out to figure out the fastest route. And we attempted to play every single Crate Day in the Wellington region.
Right.
We succeeded.
And we succeeded,
God.
man. We got given 40, and we were like, yeah, we got this. Man,
it was a hard operation.
40 gigs in one day.
No. So yeah, there was like, yeah.
So you were given 40. Oh, did you say 14? Oh, okay, we'll just do 14.
Well, it was actually harder than you think. We getting out to the hut and then right back to like Seaton, and it was all over the place.
Yeah, ended about 2 a.m.
There was a thunderstorm in the middle of it. It was a whole thing. Yeah.
My God.
And
but a lot of house parties.
What was that 14th gig like?
Oh boy.
That was wild. Whoever's party it was, her dad was there, and then like he was just kind of playing it pretty chill and having some drinks. Obviously, at the end of Crate Day, not so chill.
Oh, responsibly.
But then
yeah.
once we
Very
started
responsible.
playing, he was like shirt off, waving it
Helicopter.
over.
Helicopter shirt,
And that's
yeah.
what you want. That's what you want.
But everyone was pretty responsible. It was a responsible day, and it was actually quite nice because I was a bit worried about it. But everyone was very responsible, kind. They gave us a hand loading and loading out, and
Playing in a lot of kitchens, leaky kitchens in Wellington, which really suits some of the themes of the band.
Yeah.
How long after that? How long was that after the original gig opening for the Chats?
That's a good story in itself.
That might have been the same year.
Really?
So what year is this?
It was 2019, so we opened for the Chats in February, and I think, December.
You got to give more context to how that happened.
Dan, hit us with the opening origin story, my friend.
A friend of mine in Auckland was opening for the Chats for the Auckland show, and he had the email for the booking agent for Chats, and I sent them an email saying, hey, I've got this band called DARTZ. Would love to open for you. We're a band in Wellington. We've been going for a few months now. But the thing was, it didn't exist. It completely didn't exist. It was just
sort
me.
that out later.
It was just me thinking as like a goof and a gag. And then the booking agent replied and said, "Yeah, would love to have you. You can open." And that was maybe 4 weeks out. So I had 4 weeks to essentially assemble a group of like,
much like the Avengers.
dare I say, a motley crew, of ragtag people.
Woo!
And I roped in Crispy. I said, "Do you want to play drums?" He says, "No, but I'd love to learn guitar." So okay, said, "You got 4 weeks to learn guitar."
learn guitar.
God. And I said, "Do you know a drummer?" And he's like, "I'm working in the kitchen below this fry cook." And so we got rollies.
Hello.
And then we just put out an ad on Facebook Marketplace, and we found Clark.
Yep.
Wait, right.
Yep.
Wow.
And then we
deals,
wrote about, I think, half
6
an
songs.
hour's worth of music.
Is that all? Is that the opening slot you had? You just had
We
to
had
fill
30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes of original songs, and we played the Inter-Islander theme song at the start.
That is a great idea.
But it was so awkward. Like, Crispy gets up here and it's dead silent. It's just him and his guitar and a microphone. It's the first thing we've ever played.
And the room was, we thought there was going to be no one there. Because it was, no one goes for the opening bands, but it was packed. It was packed.
What was the venue?
Meow.
Oh, wow.
About 420.
And we'd sound checked.
420 capacity.
Yeah. We'd sound checked earlier, and it was just a kid at the back of the room closing his ears with his fingers, and we're like, "Oh, this is going to go so bad."
Sign of the times, like.
Yeah, but then it went excellent, and everyone was asking like where we can find our music and what we. And I was like,
you were like setting up a Spotify page.
I've known these 3 people for like.
Yeah, I made the Instagram
few
like
weeks.
off stage. I was like, this might actually be a
Hell yeah, I like that though. Like, just put yourself out there. You'll sort it out. Just shoot as many things. Throw it at the wall.
It's very
Kiwi ingenuity.
It is. Yeah. Fake it till we've made it.
And now on Radio Hodaki,
Now we're on Hodaki.
we can chuck it all in.
Hell yeah, you guys have made it. Millionaires. It's incoming. Unfortunately, fellas, we do have to wrap things up there. Thank you very much for joining us. Dan's Crispy, Rollies from DARTZ. If you would like a copy of the brand new album, It's a Dangerous Day to Be a Cold One, it is available now for purchase. However, we have 3 signed copies.
Yeah, we do.
On vinyl. If you would like one of those, text us on 3483. Tell us why you deserve one of those vinyls, and we could be sending one out to you. And also, if you want to see them live, 30 tickets available tonight for Whammy Bar. Get stuck in, fellas. Thanks for coming into Hodaki.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Cheers.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Ready to go, Republica. It is the Hodaki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Just Keyzie, no Hoity J and Mogi. They've taken Friday off and turned their Anzac holiday into a 4-dayer. Can't say I blame them. Coming up after 6, don't fret. What's on Telly with Mike Minogue will still be on. However, it'll be vastly improved because it'll be me and Pugsan going through the stuff that we have watched recently. Also, a best of the Big Show clip from way back in 2022. I am told that it involves me being steamed in some way. So really can't wait to hear that one. That's all on the way for you shortly on Radio Hodaki.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, it is the Hodaki Big Show with Mike, Jase and Keyzie. Only 1/3 of us are currently here. The full show will be back on Monday. And you know what? Happy to give those two old farts an extra day off so they can turn their Anzac Day into a 4-day long weekend. Myself and Pugsan, though, still here, nose to the grindstone stuff. Speaking of Pugsan, he'll be in shortly for What's on Telly with Mike Minogue. Also, another best of the Big Show moment coming up, and I've been told that this one is from early 2022, so I shudder to think what it's about. In the meantime, though, you know the drill. Flick us a text on 3483. Let us know what you're up to this fine Friday evening. Interested to see, actually, the percentage of people that did take today off and not go to work. It is a smart move, but is it a dick move? It's the age-old question. In the meantime, let's get into the tunes. Celebrity Skin, it's Hole on Hodaki.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Sick sound effects there. Block rock and beats.
Yummy boys.
Very yummy boys. That is the Chemical Brothers on the Hodaki Big Show. You've got Keyzie here and Pugsan, who is a massive yummy boy himself. Pugsan, you've come in with your oven mitts on, and I believe you've got a fresh out of the oven best of moment.
Let me just put that down.
It looks hot.
God, that's a hot best bit. Hot off the press. This is real vintage. This is like an OG. Go on.
Can I just say,
yeah.
I know that this is about me being steamed.
Yeah.
I also know it's from 2022, responsibly steamed. That was a very dark year for Keyzie.
That was a very dark year, and it was the height of the Keyzie steamed era, wasn't it?
Yes, of which I'm still getting grief for now.
Yeah, it really sort of came to fruition in that time.
It did.
But this was, obviously in radio we celebrate, we have occasional parties or shindigs responsibly to celebrate the results of how we're going on the airwaves, always vote Hodaki.
Yeah, totally.
And obviously we had a pretty good one because we had quite a large shindig. And this was the day after that shindig.
Right.
And one of the team received a mysterious phone call.
You didn't miss much. It wrapped up by about 10, 11. It was more just a quiet...
But what did you do after the party? Because the party wrapped up. What did you do?
I mean, I was pretty knackered. So, to be honest, I had a few, and then I'm pretty sure I just went straight home.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Mrs. picked me up. And
So you just rung your wife there, your fiance?
Yeah, she's like, I'll come pick you up,
Did you make
mate.
any other calls or anything like that?
I mean, you mentioned this earlier. No, I didn't. I don't. Just having. Did I call you?
Pretty late there, wasn't it, mate? Well, you must have rung old Hoity J in the
What the hell?
In your sleep there, eh?
Yeah, 2:19 a.m.
Did you answer?
Well, let's have a listen, shall we, Keyzie?
Play that for a
Hi
shucks.
there, you've reached the phone of Hoity J. I can't take your call right now, so leave a message and I'll get back to you.
G'day, Jase. Keyzie here, mate. Just thought I'd give you a ring. Missed you tonight, buddy. Tell you what, everyone was like, where's Jase? Where's Jase? And I'm like, who even gives a He's his stupid withered legs, Anyway, I'm off, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the old throbber. Backbone.
I do not remember that.
As I say, 2:17 a.m., mate.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You said that you went home with your fiance at around 10.
Yeah.
That call was 2:17 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's brought back all sorts of foggy memories that I did not want to resurface again. For more shenanigans like those ones, The Big Show will be back 4 o'clock Monday. In the meantime, search Hodaki Big Show wherever you get your podcasts from, all right, New Zealand? Like, subscribe, set it to auto-download, and you will be away laughing, hopefully, and only cringing occasionally. By the way, up next, what's on tally without Mike Minogue?
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Foo Fighters, Long Road to Ruin. It is the Hodaki Big Show. No Hoyt Minogue, they're back Monday. In the meantime, you've got Keyzie and Pugsan, and it is time for...
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Yeah.
Awful.
That was so good, Pugs, man. We're a good team.
Sucked.
Don't you come and hit that. That was my bad. I went high.
Oh, look, it was a two-part job. I'm not just blaming it on you, man.
Yeah, okay.
Although...
Just seems like a... what have you been watching on Tally, Pugs? Because I know you've got great taste in flicks.
Thanks, man. I actually went to see a movie the other night.
You're joking.
Here in Tamaki Makaurau, named Monkey Man.
So this is Dev Patel.
It is Dev Patel. Skins, Green Knight, Slumdog Millionaire, that's
Best
right.
Exotic Marigold.
Sure. It was awesome. It was a really good movie.
Right, okay.
It was his directorial debut, and he was the star in it as well. It tells a story of a young fella who goes through some seriously traumatic stuff with some heavy political... I'm not going to spoil it too much, but heavy political stuff happening over there in India there. And, man, he came out the gate for his first movie.
Right.
Seriously, some creative violence in this thing. Like, if you like action, think John Wick. Maybe a little bit more spiritual than John Wick.
Right, okay.
You could tell he was sort of deriving a little bit from there. As a movie, it felt a little bit long, you know, like it was like his first go, and so the symbolism was a bit on the nose, you know, like it was like, here's what I'm trying to, it was like themes and connections sort of up in your grill.
You were saying when you came in, you just watched it, you were saying it was almost like you just read about symbolism in media studies class.
Yeah, I was... In hindsight, that was probably coming in a bit hot because he did. It is a great filmmaking achievement.
That was a funny
film.
take, though.
That's right. But nonetheless, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. It was heavily entertaining, and the choreographed like fighting and stuff, epic. What did you watch?
Awesome. I watched last night a movie that I saw a trailer for and thought, you know what? It looks kind of shit, but the premise is funny.
Okay.
Ricky Stenicki,
John Cena,
Zac Efron, and two other blokes I'd never heard of.
Right.
But it was on Amazon Prime, so it's there to watch now. It's a real switch your brain off and just watch a 2-hour comedy movie.
Right.
Premise being, three mates have been making up this guy called Ricky Stenicki and using him as an excuse to basically go away from their partners for the weekend, blaming all issues they've ever had on this guy, Ricky Stenicki. And one day the wives are like, I want to meet this Ricky Stenicki guy.
Oh, God.
So they freak out because they're in like Atlantic City on the piss.
Yeah.
And they'd made up that Ricky's cancer had come back in this terrible yarn.
Oh, my God.
And while they're there, they meet John Cena. And basically, one thing leads to another. They decide to hire John Cena, who plays this like washed up actor / musician. It's really badly written.
Okay.
The jokes are not funny until John Cena appears.
Right.
It's sort of like how It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, people say it's so much better once Danny DeVito gets there.
Yes.
This is made 10 times better. As soon as John Cena gets there, he is just like this big, bulky, successful dude who's playing the biggest loser you have ever met.
He's an incredible actor. He's
Fantastic.
hilarious as well. Like his comedic timing. He's been in so many great comedies.
Yes, and he's very self-deprecating too. He loves taking the piss out of himself, which I love. I only got halfway through it because then my wife fell asleep. But it was just, everyone had just met Ricky Stenicki for the first time.
Yeah.
Very funny scene. I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10.
For the first half.
For the first half.
Sure.
It's not very funny, like, until John Cena's there.
Right.
Is my take. But it's available now on Watch Prime. There you go. A pretty damn solid What's on Tally without Mike Minogue. Good work, Pugs.
Thanks.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
That is an absolute tune. Arctic Monkeys, Teddy Picker on the Hodaki Big Show. Just Keyzie, Hoyt and Minogue back on Monday doing the old 4-day weekend thing. And you know what? I don't blame them. Hey, last week we got to have a hoon in the brand new Mitsubishi Triton, a.k.a. the King of the Beasts. And we got to actually put it through its paces because a lot of people buy these utes and they don't actually use them for what they're designed for. You being a utility, you might chuck the occasional thing on the back and maybe tow a trailer, unless you're a full-on tradie, of course. But half the time you're just cruising around on fully paved roads, you know, going about your everyday business. We took it way out West Auckland, out into the Waitakere Ranges, and we took it on a 2-hour-long off-road course. It involved driving in water that was sort of up to a metre up the side of the door wells there. It was bloody good fun. There is a video on the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram page. Go along, watch it. Jase is the driver. We decided to make him drive it just because we knew he'd be freaking out and it'd be hilarious. Turns out that got flipped on its head. After about 2 minutes of driving this thing, Jase realised you could take it pretty much anywhere, and all fear went out the door, and he turned into the most cocky off-road driver I have ever seen in my life. Watch the video. It is worth checking out. Hodaki Big Show's Instagram. And also, if you would like to have a similar experience in the same brand new Mitsubishi Triton, text the word Triton right now, Triton, to 3483, and you could win the chance to experience the same epic off-road venture as we did in the Mitsubishi Triton. Highly recommend. Coming up next on the Hodaki Big Show, more excellent tunes, of course, because that's what we do here at Hodaki. We've got the Keyzie Chiefs, the D4, and some cranberries too.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, New Zealand, done and dusted for another day. Pugson, what are you up to today, mate, tonight?
I'll probably go to the gym, chuck some tin around, sit by the fireplace, make love, and go to sleep. No, I'm going to go out for dinner tonight. A friend of mine, my best friend, is up from Wellington.
Oh, your best friend? I thought that was...
Oh,
no, carry on.
No, yeah.
Nah.
You have more than one best friend.
Wow.
Jase.
Yeah.
So we're going to go out for tea, maybe have a couple of Pinot Noirs. And tomorrow I'm going to that DARTZ gig.
Yeah, the DARTZ gig. They were great value to have in studio, by the way, if you missed that chat. Great New Zealanders.
Absolutely.
They've got a gig tonight at Whammy Bar and tomorrow as well, but that one's sold out, tomorrow night's one.
Yes, yeah. Not sold out for old pugs. What are you up to tonight?
Up to tonight, I'm going to the pub to have a beer right now, and then I will go home, watch the second half of Ricky Stanicki, which hopefully my wife
Sounds like you're really looking forward to it.
Not really. She'll then fall asleep, and then at 10 o'clock I'll watch the NRL game tonight and put about $51 bets on.
Oh, wow.
That's how I'm getting my kicks these days.
$51 bets?
I've got 4 on.
Yeah.
It's called micro betting.
Sure.
Gamble responsibly, by the way, New Zealand.
Yeah, responsibly.
But the reason, Mania Stewart from the ACC is the one who almost invented it, which is you get the same buzz from winning a $100 bet as you do from a $1 bet.
Yeah.
So just bet $1.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
I've put $10 in. I'm now at $23.
Oh, my God.
And it gives you, like, the smaller amount so much more value. It's like I just got $4 because this guy just scored a try. That's excellent. You know what I mean?
If you're listening to this right now, this is the early stages of addiction, and this is how it starts.
This is 100% how it starts. So do not do this, New Zealand. But that's what I'm up to tonight. What are you up to, New Zealand? Text whoever's up next on 3483. It's not me, but I still care. The Big Show will be back Monday at 4 o'clock. Have yourself a great New Zealand. And thank you very much for joining us.
Have yourself a great New Zealand.
What? I'm going to the pub, Pugs. I don't even care anymore. Have yourself a great New Zealand. Bye.